Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to talk about why I wouldn't want Alberta to be a part of the US, but I would support independence for them to be a country. Why I would support for them to be a nation. Okay? Here's why. Alright? First of all, it's kind of obvious I wouldn't really want them, to be a part of the US because that would be, we already have it very politically complicated over here, okay? We don't need to add another problem to the list, alright? We already have some things going on with Iran or whatever, and, some bullshit going on with Texas and California, as well as Florida, Alaska, Hawaii, and, I guess, for some reason, Pennsylvania. But also, Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C., if you don't know, that's the capital of USA. The nation USA, okay? And, if the states were to split up, that would be really bad. But for Canada, it might be bad in the short term, but in the long term, I don't really see much of an issue for Canada balkanizing, Especially with Alberta, because that's the topic of today's video. And Alberta is the province of Canada that, is pushing the most for independence. At least, publicly, But I would say some of the more heavy ones would be Quebec, but they're more pro-Canadian right now. But in the future, in the next year or two, potentially, especially for the 2029 election, I bet you some of these provinces are going to really split off and just, completely balkanize. Now, I do support Alberta, okay? Because if I'm being realistic here, if we're going by who would be the first to declare independence, probably gonna be Alberta, okay? Because let's be for real, it's fucking Alberta, okay? They're kind of like Detroit to me, before the whole Rust Belt thing. But still, yeah, I do see some problems with this, but again, it's more of problems in the short term than the long term, because right now Canada's national power is way too strong. Their national government has way too much authority over everything, so they really either need to shrink the government and unite as a nation, or balkanize and turn into a bunch of tinier nations. It's either one of the two. You can't just go, oh, I want to be a part of the U.S. now. Nuh-uh, we don't want you, okay? We don't want your problems, alright? Alright? You guys can handle yourselves. It's just the thing is you gotta make up your mind if you want to stay a nation or don't. But if you really do want to push it, which I will support if you are going to do that, I'll allow it, okay? Alright, it's not like here in the U.S. where if one state, declares independence, it, ruins everything long term, But for Canada, yeah, that's short-term issues. It would be kind of interesting to see more, national flags on the map. Because, hey, I guess that means we get more culture now. I guess that means we get more, what's the say? We get more nationalities. We get a new flag, we get a new map update, so to speak. I'm not mad at that, okay? If you want to do that, you can do that. Alright? You can go ahead. But anyway, yeah, that's just something I'm interested in, Don't let the J.J. McCulloughs of the world say, oh, it's never going to happen. Oh, they're just thinking a certain way. Because people like that are coping. Okay? They know nothing. Like, they practically only know certain parts of their own culture. Like Canada, like, you know, obviously J.J. McCullough. He's not a great individual, you know. He uses smart sounding words. And similar thing with Hank Green. People like that will use smart sounding words that sound like they know a lot, when in reality they don't know shit. They don't really understand it. You know, like they're complicated, stupid individuals, basically. And these kind of people, basically any big movement that goes around, they'll have a cope in their head like, oh no, it was because of my movement that they did this once it happens, you know? But I'm not saying that they are balkanizing, but I'm not saying that they aren't, okay? But I'm going to be serious with you, okay? These kind of people, they're not exactly your friend, alright? So just be aware of that when you do this kind of stuff. But again, like I've been saying it throughout this video, and I know I've been saying it like a broken record, but I wouldn't support them being a part of the U.S. because, you know, that would be complicated enough as it is. But I would support them being their own nation because at this point, they deserve it. I'll let them have this one, okay? Albertans, you, or whatever you call yourselves, you know, by the time you declare independence, you can go right ahead, man. Like, you can have it, alright? You can have your Alberta as a nation. You can have your part of the world. Alright? Okay? As long as you don't force my nation involved in all that stuff, I think we'll be fine, you know? Like, hey, who knows? Maybe the U.S. could be the first country to recognize you. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's pretty much it for now, you guys. So I shall see you later. Or probably not. Anyway, yeah. Have a nice time, and good luck, Alberta, from trying to declare independence. Bye!